I've loaded 3 overlapping images in preparation for creating a panorama. It's obvious that the images overlap in the area of this road. However, the scenes are different. The biker and the cars are different in this image than they are in this image. If we were to do nothing and just create the panorama after aligning, we may get unwanted artifacts in this area. For example, here are 2 examples of the type of artifacts that you can get from making a panorama from these same 3 photos when you do not use a mask. Note that you can get different artifacts from the same images in different panoramas by virtue of using different Hugin settings. However, if we go to the Advanced interface, navigate to the Masked tab, and the Masked tab down here, we can do something about that. I'm going to select the first image, and we can see that there's that scene. The second image has that scene. Third image will probably be okay. You can resolve discrepancies like that by applying a mask to the image. A mask is a defined area that will remove those pixels from the processing of the panorama when it's being stitched together. To begin, I'm going to enlarge this image by using this drop down. We'll go to 100%. Then we'll scroll over and scroll down till we can find that area where the roads and the cars were. Next, we'll click the command button, Add New Mask. And if we click on the image now, you'll see a blue dot, it's hard to see, was added, as well as another blue dot that's stuck to the mouse with connecting line. Every time you click, you will create an anchor point for a polygon that you're drawing around the area you want to mask off. I'll click here, and I'll double click on the last point. I can move the mouse now, we're separated. Once you've created a mask area, if you need to move it, hold down the right mouse button and with the pointer inside the mask area, just move it and put it back where you want. Click outside the mask to kill it off. If you need to reposition one point, hold down the Shift key, select that point, and then drag it. I think I'll do the same for this one. I'll click outside the polygon to kill the selections. If I need to select the whole mask, I can also click it on the Mask tab. That selects that mask. Now if I hold down the right mouse button, it'll move. Because the area we're masking off falls within the overlap area of the 2 photos, removing this information on this photo will still result in a good panorama because the same area from the other photo will be used when the 2 are stitched together. Let's go over to the third image, and we'll scroll down, scroll over. We'll go to fit the window to make this easier. There's no overlap in the images in this area. Let's apply a mask here. So we'll click Add New Mask, and I'll just click, drag, click, drag, click, double click. And we have a mask on this part of the photo. If we go back to Simple Interface and do the Align, note that we now have a hole in our panorama. That's because we removed information that only exists in one photo. There's no overlap there. So if you see that happen, you need to change your mask area. We'll go back to the Advanced interface, and I'm going to click to select that mask, and I'll use Delete Mask to get rid of it. Now if we go back to our simple interface, That hole is now gone. We'll go back to our advanced interface and we'll navigate back to our image. Note that the image has a unselected mask. It shows up now as a red line. We go to 100%, scroll down, scroll over. You can see our mask area. I'll select the mask by clicking on its name here. I will try to select these 2 points by drawing a lasso around them with the mouse. You see the little dash line. That selects those 2 points. I'll hold down the Shift key and both of those move together. This time I'm taking out the bicyclist. I'll unselect by clicking outside the area or over here. That redisplays the red line. Let's select our region again. If I hold down the Control key and click on a line, notice that I've added a new point, and I hold down the Shift key, I can move that 1 point. I'm going to use Edit, Undo to reverse that. If I want to delete 1 point we've already added, I can hold down the Control key and right-click on the point. Notice that it disappeared. Once again, I'm going to use Edit, Undo to reverse that. Let's remove the point that we added here. I'll Shift, select the point, then I'll hold down the Control key and I'll right-click on the point. It disappeared. Next, we'll exit this project, start over, and put a mask to work. I've loaded 3 images. I'm going to go ahead and align them. And we'll make a panorama. We'll call this Tramway AA. Let's view the image. And if we look at it, at first glance it looks real good. However, we notice in this area there appears to be a glitch in the road. The shoulder appears to hit the center of the road. So we're going to make some adjustments to the photos used in this panorama. And we'll do that using the advanced interface. Once in the advanced interface, we're going to go to the Mask tab. If we select our first image, we can see the area that it covers. The second image, center section, third image. To clean up the glitch, we're going to eliminate this part of the center photo entirely. And we're going to do that by creating a mask. If we create a mask, that means that this part of this image will not be used when stitching the photos together. To get started, we're going to click Add New Mask while we're looking at the center photo on the Mask tab. To add a mask, you simply click on the photo. You'll get a spot. You're drawing a polygon. I'm going to make a 4-sided polygon here. Click again to make the second corner. Click again, third corner. And up here, click again, fourth corner. And to finish it, you can double click. Now we have a mask that will remove this from the processing sequence. We'll go back to Simple Interface. We'll go ahead and make the panorama. We'll call this Tramway BB. Let's go view the panorama. And if we blow it up to look at it, we can see that the discontinuity in the shoulder of the road has now been removed. Also, the cars that we see in this part of the picture are changed. This car here was in the rightmost image, and the ones you don't see were in the center image. That's You don't see them because they were removed using the mast.